I'll leave it there for a second. And
He's never going to lose.
all right, we are back with the 38th IWAR Gold Strategy Workshop. Riley and my co-hosts this evening are Larry Sullivan and Scott Franklin. You may know them as Dixon Ticonderoga and, of course, Late Night Logan Kane, Dungeon Master Sheldon Schrute, and I've run a bunch of guys like El Hombre and
Lex FedEx.
Lex FedEx, known as Lex FedEx, no longer in the BRL. Continuity fans, it's keeping it real. He's been replaced by Lumberjack Tim Burr, the winner of this year's Name That Jobber contest. In a
Well deserved.
stunning upset, I would say, yeah. I think Gas Station Big Pills is still requesting integrity in the balloting. So, all right. So I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. I got to figure out how to do that again. I always forget. More share screen. There it is. There it's not. There it is. Okay. All right. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. Oh, that's not better. That's not better. Well, whatever. There we go. Okay. So here you have a couple of nightmarish charts. And again, if it's your first time joining us and you don't know what this is, first, we play a game called the IWA, Imaginary Wrestling Association. I always think, well, we don't ever talk about this. It's at playiwa.com. This game's been around since 1985. It was created by John Bruning. Johnny B created a lot of other games. And to this day, we're still pounding away trying to figure out the right combo for strategies. So if you've never watched the How to Win the IWA video, I suggest you pause this, go watch it, because it'll make this all make a lot more sense. When I first started doing these, I'd take time to explain all the various drops and stuff and like what things meant. You know, I'd watch the video, then come and watch this. So we are going into September. And on the left here, you have a chart for the gold drops in 2021. Yellow marks 25s, 41s, 42s. Green marks the 30s or 45s. So, and again, for the simplest approach, we do this to try to avoid the 25s. Now, 2 cycles ago, Larry, what did we hit?
501.
What did we get? Zippo. Nothing. Not a sniff of the report. I'm sorry. We got a favorable mention, which is worth about.
I was only my second 501, so I will still cherish it. But I agree.
Well,
a little frustrating.
I did the work, and I'm pretty sure that was my 6th, the 3rd by Atari. But yeah, a big old nothing, which is actually the second 501 I've had. I'm sorry, the 3rd 501 I've had with nothing. So that's frustrating. What are you gonna do?
You need a 502 these days to make the report.
Yeah, I gave it a 502 just like people. Oh my God.
502 PF.
So then, to follow it up, we got what, Larry? We got
499.
29. Now, we've been tracking this little formula and using this little like questionnaire to kind of figure out what you think the drops will be. And what's funny is both of our strategies to the same guys. So like first cycle, we tied the second cycle. Now what will happen?
Yeah, you kept your league and I lost my TV to Joe Boring.
Well, Joe Boring is a machine.
Damn Joe Boring.
Damn Joe Boring. He is the Iowa World Champion. And this coming cycle, this Tuesday in Texas, or well, Ohio, this Tuesday in Ohio, he will defend against Alexander J. Styles. But enough about that. We're going to work on strategies here. I will say one bit of breaking news. I mentioned it to some of the rookies in the NFL locker room. Because of some roster moves, I'll keep this simple. Some of the BRL wrestlers have left the league. Among them were the IWAR World Six-Man Champions. So we've stripped them of the belts, and we're going to fill the vacant IWAR World Six-Man Championship with a contest called the Devil's Triangle. And what this is going to be, based on the wildly successful contest that Scott came up with, the Lethal Lottery, we will do a 8-team drawing with 24 wrestlers, and they will be randomly paired up into trios. And then those trios will have their entire team strategy single score stacked up, and the winning team with the most points moves on. And whatever team at the end is the winner is the new IWAR World Six-Man Champions. So that's be a nice fun way to get three fellas who might never ever team up a shot at winning the Six-Man Championship.
That's a fun contest.
It is, and it's gonna be good because this is really gonna be fun because it's gonna load up the event with like whoever the winners are. You know, like we legit, this is a shoot. We don't, when we picked the Lethal Lottery or picked, it was all out of a hat or wherever, however you did. I forget how you did it. What did you do, Scott?
It was a toolbox.
Like,
It won't be the same toolbox because I gave it to a friend.
oh my God, you could have eBayed that. You know,
I could have. Oh my God.
oh my God, man.
We will find something new and something IWA-ish.
Yeah. We have a lot of stuff going on in the background, just so you guys know. We're working on redesigning the logo page, other events, things going on. So lots of fun in the IWAR. T-shirts, merchandise. Yep. We're going to pull a Young Bucks and have merch. Pretty smooth. And I'll tell you, you know, I sent the all rookie cup trophy to Flashy Jack Ferdinand. And I told him, you better bring that to the bar because magic with the ladies when they hear IWA. Saying it's like Colt 45 works every time.
You might as well just shut the place down for the night.
That's right. Just make a line like a velvet rope, put it aside, just take a seat and be like, all right, ladies. Where the hell did this show go? All right. So to get back on track here, on the left side, you have the 2021 values. Now, what I've done with this chart you see on the right is yet one more thing to look at and consider when you're doing your drops. Now, what I've done, and this is going back to winter cycle, not every cycle in the year, but 25 points. So the 25s, 26s, 27s, that's all how many points those values are. Those aren't the hold numbers. And then below that, it shows what they went to. So you can go down this, list and see that, oh, okay, 25, went to 27, 29, then it went to 26, 28 in August and 28, 29. Now, why does that become important? Because we talk about bridging and we talk about other things that we do. And one of the things is looking at how often a hold goes to a certain value, how much of a value, right? So the very bottom here, you see my little cursor, you see like the first block is 25. So 25 point hold, went to 26 twice, 27 5 times, 28 6 times, 29 7 times, never went to 30. So if you're looking at that and you're playing the odds, you can say, well, I'm going to go and never ever figure on the 25 going to 26. It might happen, but it's very rare. So play the odds and throw it up at 28, 29. On a similar mindset, you can say, well, 26 has only gone to 28 once. So, fairly safe to avoid that there. 9 times is going to 27. All right. And then you have over here the 27s and 28s. All right. Or 26 and 27. One time for 27s, one time in 28, one time in 29. So you see some of the movement. It's just another thing to think about, and give you guys more information in your head to ponder before you pull it out of a hat anyways.
This is to help you second guess yourself.
That's right. And you might say to yourself, I want inspiration when I pick my holds. Like, some people will look at other feds and we have something even better here. We have our 5-step questionnaire. And we've been using this now for a while. And the 5-point IWAR checklist starts with Number one, what drop will most likely screw over the fans? The feds.
The fans.
God, my God, it's out. I work for the IWA. It's all one.
Oh.
If I worked there, what would they pay me? That's what I want to know. Would they pay me like in free matches? Like send me like an old paper slip. You've won 10 free matches for IWAR bulletin. So I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to show the actual drops you have to work with. And it can be scary, but this is how we've been doing this, and it's been working. So this is really a make or break cycle, because if it's 2 cycles in a row, you go, ooh, okay, maybe this is working. If it's 3, it's definitely working. If it goes to the crapper and, kind of like the New York Giants, then no. Side note, Larry's very angry because the Giants just lost it. A heartbreaker, 29-30 to the team.
Yeah, to the team with no name.
The team with no, yes, they should have their mascot should be Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
All right, so oh, there's QT Marshall here to help. Larry's
QT, what's your golden pick of the cycle?
QT Marshall, and he's gonna pick Cody. That's not a pick.
Yeah, it's got to be numbers.
Gotta be numbers.
7.
I gotta like tag him in this post and be like, dude.
13.
Oh,
13.
13.
There it is. What is 13 anyway? Let's see. I don't even know what
22.
13 is
Oh.
choke slam. Well, that makes sense. He just lost to Big Show. That's actually very appropriate. When we all laugh, if 13 went to 30. Okay, so looking over here on the left side, the options to work with, the drops we are working with, 29-27. We have 29-26, 28s, 28-26, and the 26s. So you can see here what went down 2 cycles ago, what went down last cycle, steel and iron. So you can see it's, as far as this goes, this is actually pretty good for a, limiting down to 10 combos and, 5 different sets. So finding the right mix. So starting with question number 1, what will most likely screw over other fans, not fans,
Fans.
and fans, not QT Marshall fans though. And I have here 26s, 29-27, 29-26. So those 3 versions right there, all of which, Larry, you think they would all mess up the rest of the feds, right?
Yeah, I think 29-26 can mess up 2 of the bottom 3. And then I think 29-27 and 26 those are the only other 2 that if you hit them, they would mess with, I think, bronze or diamond, I think.
Okay.
Or jade, sorry. Yeah, those are the 3 to kind of fit that first spot.
So I'm gonna color this block with the purple, because that makes no sense. So purple, and this way you can kind of associate it to what is the most likely or whatever. So those 3 there. Next up, we have duration. So when was the last time it dropped? You can see here 8 cycles ago, 3 cycles ago. Oops, I can type 29 cycles ago, 4 cycles ago, and 12 cycles ago. So we've talked on some of our other shows in off air, if you will, about how do we think that the IWA is going to keep 28s together and just never, ever drop them, or drop them like, after like 3 years, because 28 cycles is over a year. It's almost 2 years. It should be pretty active. QT Marshall apparently thinks about it right there. He's right now.
Yep. He's a 28s guy.
He's 20. He's definitely 20. He's
Every cycle, he just goes 28s.
I think if the Teamster was to like come back and wrestle and like reincarnated, oh my God, there's a cat over my shoulder. I see movement. I'm like, what is that? What? No. You helping? What do you think? What do you think of QT Marshall?
Big fan.
Oh, all right. This Martini has chimed in. I know. My cat really works hard guarding the house.
The camera loves that cat more than it loves QT Marshall.
Oh,
She needs an apple, and she'd be like really over. Remember that for a while he was always eating an apple when he came out to the ring?
Yeah.
I was like, is he doing the Carlito thing? That's what I thought they were going with it. Anyways, so of these combinations, will 28s just be one of the perpetual teaser drops? It's going to get you to play them but never actually go down. 28, 26 used to be a real strong drop in gold. And 26s, 5 and 53. I don't feel those. I feel 28s. I feel 33.59 really more severely of the options. 33.53 as well. So we look at number 3. What was 25 points 2 cycles ago? Because that fluid motion of up, down, and it would be number 59 and number 33, which would put us right in this ballpark here. So what I'm going to do is 3. I'm going to pick another color, and I'm going to do that here. So you can kind of see what's.
We're doing this live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone's listening and they want to chime in on what colors Matt should use.
Scott, do you have any color choices? Do you have a swath or swatch?
no, I'm okay.
All right. If you look at the combo, does it bridge? What the combo was? So our previous combo last cycle came from 28-27. So Scott, what color do you want to use here?
Go with the orange right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Good call.
Look at this. Here it is. All right. So 29-27 hits at 28-27. 29-26 does not. 28-26 does. As does 26s. So, okay. So right now that 29-27 is looking like the most legit of the options. It's hitting all those marks. And then we can go, okay, what trend was the trend in steel, iron steel? I'll let Larry chime in on this because he actually pays attention to
it. Maybe too closely. So in iron and steel, well, just quickly for your bottom back 5, whatever you want to call them, 42 went to a 45 in both. So we can pretty much guess that that's going to happen for us.
Yeah.
And then in both iron and steel, one of the 30-point holds 2 cycles ago went to a 25, right? So 2 cycles ago it was a 30, and then this cycle it hit 25. And then on the flip side of that, a 25-point hold 2 cycles ago went up to a 30. So
as we mentioned earlier, the paradox here is that that problem with being 33.59 couldn't be that option to drop.
right.
On that, it would 33 would go to 30. Although I still think 25 will go to 30 because it hasn't been there in a long time. And I don't see it going to 28 again. Or will it? Oh my God. So that's our combos right there. That's kind of where we leave it. And now we can look at the bottom 5 here to be fun. Bump this down over here. All right, so looking at these wonderful options. Safe to assume 90 will go back up to 45. You want to lean that way? Do we think it's going to be?
Yeah, I'd guess it's going to.
But we could say, well, what if it goes to 43 and 60, 85 starts coming into play now? What do you think about that one?
Do you think they would do that the same cycle? They're going to have a 42 jump to 45.
That's a good point.
That doesn't mean they won't. I'm just saying,
No,
would
no,
they do both of those things?
I think they won't, because that's a good point. Because I think the guys with big rosters would throw a fit about it and be like, it's too hard. Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. Like, 90 is a safe choice because they're not going to play that card. So 43s are going to be bad news. So we have our 42s to think about. So if our 42s, now you said, if I remember correctly, that in the iron, the stronger 42 went up, and in steel, the weaker 42 went up.
Yeah, I looked to see if there was any kind of like a comparison between the 42s that went up. I'm looking real quick. Yeah, the stronger one went up in iron, and then the weaker one went up in steel. Yep.
So do we think they're going to hopscotch it and have it be weak again? That'd be 62.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky. That's going to be real tricky.
Yeah, it's going to be, could be a potentially very ugly cycle. It's making it harder to retain Atari's title. Damn them. And we do have events going on right now. On for Glory, Tag Team Derby, Triple D Cup. So tough. What's the gut feeling, Scott? What do you think?
A bunch of yellow and green squares.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. That's like the Captain America line. It looks like it's electric. Oh, not wrong. Yeesh. Yeah, I know. Like, so you say to yourself, well, if I play the odds and go with 41s, because I know for sure those are going to be okay. Well, 45s are going to be okay. So you could do, like, for instance, is it better off to sit there and say, I'm going to play 45s, I'm going to play 41s, and I'm going to play 90 and go for the points? You're going to get 40, 42, 43 points out of 41s, maybe even 44. You're going to get no less than 43 points out of 90. And you're going to get 44 and 43 out of 45s. Sort of like when you're kneeling to spike the ball to kill out the clock. Not that happened tonight in the Washington Redskins game. Or sorry, team. What are they called?
You just can't. You can't help yourself, can you?
I'm feeling this. So when you win, like, I was motivated by the hatred of the New York Giants.
They're just so exhausting.
I was all mad about my computer rebooting forever. And then I was like, oh, man. It's tough.
You're like, at least I'm not a Giants fan.
Well, I have, our team here has as many wins as the Giants, so I can't brag.
You've had a pretty good decade.
It did. So I'm fine being like terrible for a few years, or so, to like get there again, but whatever. I don't mind rebuilding process. So now it comes down to what the bottom five is going to do. So we think do we go with what I would call the 45, 45? Well, I'll do it this way. Let's say 44 is a for 90. My really bizarre man's approach. 41 A, E, 45 A, 45 B. Whoops, almost correct. Now, does that make? Do you understand what I'm doing here? What I'm saying as far as you're playing for points?
Yeah.
And the idea being that as everyone else is scrambling to like play the chic, how is it chic, cool, hip, trendy pick of 42, you're saying, well, if you pick the wrong 42, you're eating a 41. That's terrible.
You're basically just banking on the fact that both 41s are guaranteed to go up and you'll at least get a few points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if that was the case, let's say best case scenario, 90 goes to 45, 40, 42, 44, 43. So that's not a terrible looking back end. Kind of like,
No, it's not.
Kind of like that girl at the beach who's got a thong on. It really shouldn't wear it, but you know what? You're like, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
She's a double 41er.
It's double 40. The double 41er. Yeah, coming on a t-shirt soon. Double 41er. Oh my God. All right, so that's our smart play of the cycle. You're going for points. So any other pearls of wisdom you want to throw at the players here?
I've got nothing. I think, Scott, do you have any words of wisdom to leave us with?
Bet on green.
I agree.
No, I don't.
What was the movie with Wesley Snipes? Passenger 57. Always bet on black.
Yep.
Always bet on green.
Good advice 50% of the time.
Yes. Yeah. Again, that was just my quick going for the points approach. Might give it to one of my wrestlers just to kind of because in theory, if you blow it, you could get 41, miss a 45, if 90 goes to 43, which could happen. It hasn't been there in a while. I would almost say it's due. So, anyways, I think we're in relatively good shape for this episode. Would you say so?
Yes, this is the make or break episode of this line of questioning how these holds do their thing. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, if we're pulling a 501 out of this or 500, then it's a 499 or 498, and it's like, okay, we are definitely onto something, and the IWA is going to stop doing that because they're going to know we're onto them.
But if I get a 497, I'm quitting.
That's right. Rage quit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we just got the 10-minute warning from the good folks at Zoom. So we're going to call this, what the hell I do here? We're going to call this a night. But thank you all for watching. Good luck. And I will tease that I'm working on a master plan, mostly because I'm really bitter about 501 getting tanked. I have a plot of revenge, much akin to the, well, I guess not the Revenge of the Nerds. That was inappropriate what they did. What's a movie where they got revenge? Sleepers?
So many movies. There's like an entire 20-year stretch of revenge movies.
Yeah. But I have a funny idea that I think might work really well, and it's going to drive the big roster players absolutely berserk. Because it's so terrible.
When will you reveal this?
Maybe in a cycle or two. I gotta work on how I present it because I have to make sure I present it the right way. but it has to do with, we've never really focused on tag team and 6-man in these videos. And it would probably be a video where we have an extra session or do a second, like just a separate, like multi-man presentation.
Yep.
And we'll see. The master plan is this is my stand by me blueberry pie eating contest revenge. You will be barfing after seeing the report hit. Not from the NWL. My plans for the rookies to become complete report monsters. And it would be awesome if it worked.
Who will play the role of lard ass?
Me.
No. Oh, that's a good movie. It really is.
That scene is amazing.
Chopper, sick balls. Oh man. All right. Well, we're out of time. So we're gonna call it a night. I want to thank Larry and Scott for joining us, and be on the lookout for some more news about the Devil's Triangle tournament to determine the new IWAR World 6-man champions. This is gonna be a lot of fun.
There's
And
only 24 spots.
yeah, so we're gonna make it, it's gonna be free. We'll do free, make it free, good, but it's gonna be,
They get the 6-man world titles. Yeah, it's free.
you know what we can do even better? They can all join up, but it's the 24 names you pull out of the hat or whatever. So everyone's gonna the same exact shot, just the 24 names that are pulled. And one
Yes.
per player.
Same exact way.
Aha. All right. We're on to something now. All right. Well, we will see what happens on Tuesday. Good luck to everybody, except those trying to face me. I don't want no luck to you guys.
Yeah. An 890 to all of you.
May you all go off sides and double your holds.
Go for the gold.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys. All right. We will catch you later. So I'm going to, where the hell's the off button?
Oh, it was perfect until that moment.
I will edit it out. I probably won't.